Why am I making this video? Right. Hey guys, so this is Allie Campbell from Young, Dumb, and Sober, and I'm here to give a little bit of a channel update. Young, Dumb, and Sober is going through some growing pains, and by growing pains, I mean a complete overhaul and a complete makeover. After 15 months of putting my alcohol-free blood, sweat, and tears into this channel, I'm realizing that I don't really want to hide behind a logo anymore. Although I do love the Young, Dumb, and Sober logo. So the whole point of me creating YDS was to be able to connect with other people in sobriety and obviously encourage the idea of fun and adventure and activity in living a life of sobriety and living a life without drugs and alcohol, without having to sacrifice any of the joy of living. Really challenging that idea that sobriety sucks or sobriety's boring or that it kind of sucks to get sober at a young age, because I got sober in my mid-20s. And I'm at a point where I don't feel like I'm connecting as authentically as I could be while I'm hiding behind a logo. And I don't mean to say that I'm hiding behind it because I've been trying to shield myself, but I guess to a certain extent that is what I've been doing. Because yes, I'm putting my face out there on the brand, on the videos, obviously. I've been doing that from the start, but there's been a disconnect for me with the actual branding of Young, Dumb, and Sober because I've been using the logo rather than my face for the past, year plus. And I've thought about rebranding and making my person more visual for the brand for a while now, but to be honest, I have kind of been very hesitant to do so, and a lot of that has been due to my own insecurities about seeming very egoic if I were to put my face to the brand in a way that I'm like the first thing you see when you encounter the brand. Insecurity about the added responsibility that comes with attaching my name, my face to the name, and really my name to the name. Whoever knows what Young, Dumb, and Sober is, they know Young, Dumb, and Sober. They don't know Allie, they don't know Allie Campbell. And that identity, who I truly am, is what I feel like I should actually be putting forth for this channel. One of my biggest fears to get over in sobriety was the hurdle of accepting that other people having any kind of expectations of me, like even healthy expectations. I was just always very terrified of the idea that somebody, God forbid, might have to rely on me. Now here I am kind of taking this lateral step or horizontal step. I'm not sure what kind of step it is, but it's neither forward or back. Well, I guess it's kind of forward in a way. One of the people I'm the most concerned about disappointing is myself. I've just been worried that if Young, Dumb, and Sober doesn't succeed in the typical sense of what success is, that it would be easier to accept the failure if it was a brand with a logo rather than me as a person, rather than my face being attached to it, because that somehow gives me this incorrect notion that I as a person am failing. Getting sober, part of that has been no longer living from a place of fear, and that was part of the reason why I've decided to go ahead and shift the channel's artwork, shift the channel's brand, and to focus it more on who I am as a person. Not to mention, I have to give myself some credit because in the past 3+ years of being sober, I have proven to myself and to others that I can be counted on. I can commit to things that I care about. I can see things through. I can finish projects. And if and when I do fail, I'm okay. I can still get up and try again. It's not the end of the world. I care so much about Young, Dumb, and Sober. I care so much about making free sober content. I care so much about each and every view I get on a video. Even if the number of views is unimpressive in the world of the realm of YouTube or internet marketing or whatever you want to call it. And it's taken me a while to understand this, but I now really internalize the fact that one view is one person. That's one actual human being who has sat there and listened to something that I've said, something that I put my heart and soul into, and possibly benefited from it in some way. One opportunity to connect, one opportunity to relate with somebody who might be going through something that I've gone through or I'm going through. Point here is that you guys are going to be seeing some changes across the next few weeks, and probably a lot more of my face. I still love Young, Dumb, and Sober. I'm fully behind the message of going deep, being authentic, and having fun while in sobriety. That is not changing. So other than the look of the channel and the name of the channel, which will now go by my name, Allie Campbell, probably everything will go by my name, Allie Campbell, other than the web address on YouTube, because I don't think you can change that. So that will still be Young, Dumb, and Sober, but across all of my social media platforms and the artwork on everything that you will see that is branded, it's going to be my face and my name. Pretty much everything else is going to stay the same. I'm still going to post a new sobriety tip every Wednesday. I'll still be posting and creating politically incorrect memes about sobriety and recovery on Instagram, and I'm going to be pumping out even more content in lieu of my goal to create 365 videos and 1 video a day for 1 year. I don't know when that goal is starting, probably January 2021. I'm still in the process of creating a list, and I am making up some of those videos now, but that is going to be a goal for me. At the end of the day, so many of these videos, I've done 70 uploads so far, and I've posted a lot of stuff on Instagram, I've posted a lot of stuff on Twitter. You will see that I often preach about authenticity. How authentic am I really being if I'm speaking on behalf of this brand and this image instead of myself, like my person, who I am? If I'm going to preach about authenticity, I am going to have to be about authenticity. Not to mention, part of my plan for YouTube, part of my plan for this channel is entrepreneurial, right? In order to connect with the most people that I can, and in order for the success of this channel, for me to see that forth, I'm going to be pursuing partnerships with different brands who connect with the same values that I connect with. And if I were a brand or an organization or a nonprofit or whatever that was dedicated to the same values of sobriety and recovery and living a conscious lifestyle, I probably would be weary to partner with somebody, with a brand with the word dumb in it, right? And, you know, it sucks to say, but like, I'm 30 years old now. I'm a 30-year-old lady, and I won't be young forever. So the word young is not timeless. I understand that it's not necessarily meant to be taken in a literal way, like it can mean young at heart and all that. I am in this thing. This is my long-term goal. I want to be doing this full-time at some point. And I can't really get behind being 44 and creating content on the internet behind a brand name that has the word young in it, when technically I'm not, like, I won't be young anymore. I don't really connect with the youngness per se. Getting sober early, keeping that young attitude, keeping that beginner's mindset, yes, absolutely. But age-wise, not so much. Even now, my cousin, who's like 22, thinks that I'm old as It's a way for me to just be more honest about who I am and where this channel is going. I'm sure I'll lose a couple of followers in the process of this rebrand, and that's okay. And I'm sure I'll maybe hopefully gain some too. Either way, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, trusting the process and believing in what I'm doing in every new 24-hour period. My heart is still there, and my purpose is still to connect with people who are getting sober young or curious about sober young, people who are in the LGBT community. I'm definitely going to focus a lot more of my efforts on my queer brothers and sisters, because I don't feel like I've done that enough, and that is a big part of my story. A lot more content is going to be coming out about mental health things related to sobriety, because that was also a big part of my story. I can only speak on my own experience, but I'm not changing the main goal of the channel, really. It's just kind of like a new look, and it looks a lot like me. Like, I really hope that you guys will stay along for the ride, but if not, I totally understand. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. It's been real, it's been fun, it's about to get realer and funner, and I can't wait. All right, guys, thank you.